Hi everyone, I'm Mariko. I'm a Sydney-based artist and musician, also known as DestroyerMariko, and today I'm excited because I'm going to be reviewing a brand new dress that just hit the Punk Rave Australia store. Before we begin though, I do just have to let you know that this was sent to me as a gift, but I will always give you my honest opinion in every review. Also, if you decide you want to purchase this item, don't forget to use the discount code WQ425. That gets you 15% off and free shipping. I'll put a link and all the details in the description below. So let's have a look at the website, and here we've got the Punk PU leather belting BodyCon style dress. Bit of a mouthful, but as you can see, it's a really interesting tight-fitting long sleeve black dress. And what really caught my eye was those buckled straps across the front. They're not really on the back though, which I think is good because that'll make it more comfortable to wear jackets over it. But yeah, check this out. I don't know about you guys, but this really makes me think of a sort of mangled straitjacket, and my brain just wants to write this story of escaping some kind of institution. The whole idea of dark insanity just really appeals to me. You can also see it's got a sort of see-through mesh panel, which I think is really interesting and different, and in my obsession with symbolism, I kind of imagine it as alluding to a cage to be broken out of. So that's basically why I picked this dress. I can just read so much into it, and it really suits where I'm at creatively. To top that off, knowing Punk Rave Australia, I think it'll be really comfortable to wear, so it has a lot of potential both in my regular life and when I'm on stage playing music. Now with size, this image here is not the one that you use. It's just to give you an idea of the physical properties of the dress, so like how soft it is and how tight fitting and so on. The next image is the one with the sizes, but the manufacturer has slightly changed things with this new collection, so I think they're still sorting out how to communicate that, and it's showing up a bit too small on the website. So let me take you over to the catalog I was given when I was picking out this item instead. Here it's got the new set of size charts, and because this item has 3 sizes, we're looking at the chart on the right. Now, if you've been following my reviews, you may be familiar with the global size chart, so you'll notice that this is ever so slightly changed. For me, my size is basically the same, but if you're on the borderline between sizes, you may want to double check where you fit. The main thing that's different for me is my hips being out of the extra small to small size by 1 centimeter, but I tend to round up when I measure myself, and this also is a stretchy item, so I decided to stick to my usual size rather than upgrade. By the way, since we're here, let me show you the catalogue images of this dress, because that's what I saw when I was choosing the item. This is from the Autumn-Winter 2019 collection for women. I think that's by Northern Hemisphere Seasons, and oh my god, there's so much good stuff coming to Punk Rave Australia. Seriously, keep an eye on them. But yeah, this is the details page for the dress, has an extra side view on the mannequin, and then how awesome is this modelling page? I love seeing all the angles all at once like this. It also makes it a little clearer how that back strap might actually be able to be flipped over onto the shoulder for a slightly different look. So yeah, I really love it. Enough of my drooling though, let's talk about shipping. Now mine's come through the Australia Post system, but if you look on the website, I think it's currently shipping from China, so you may want to just double check that. And if you want to know more about drop shipping from China, check out my video from I think 2 reviews ago, the one with the spiked hoodie. I went into a bit of detail about that there. For now though, I'm just going to talk about my experience with Australia Post. So it was sent out on Monday and arrived on Friday, which is pretty fast. And there's that security feature now where they ask you to sign for the parcel, and turns out we've got a regular postie guy, and he was really nice, so that was really awesome. And then yeah, as you can see, it's come in one of the small postage satchels, and there's not really much more to say, so yeah. As for customer service, I'm really impressed with Punk Rave Australia right now. They've really been taking on board a lot of my feedback, and then when I had a bit of trouble tracking my package, they replied really quickly and sorted that all out for me, so yeah, I'm really happy. So with all that out of the way, let's get to the fun part and open the package. Once again, we've got bubble wrap! Oh my god, and it's really well taped up. I'm not really sure how to hack into that. So here we've got the standard Punk Rave bag. And... woo! Alright, so here's the dress. It's a little bit hard to see this close, but we'll do a distance shot a bit later on. So here you can see all the detail on the front of the dress. So there's obviously these leathery buckled straps. But this mesh section, actually it's in 2 sections, which I didn't notice from the image on the website. So I think you can see with my hands behind that, right? There's actually 2 mesh panels, and they're separated by a regular bit of fabric, which is really interesting. I didn't know it had that much detail. And then even more subtle than that, this is not going to show up on camera because it is such a subtle effect, but in that mesh, the mesh actually has this sort of leopard print pattern. It's very faint, you can only really see it up close, but yeah, that's really interesting. They always put so much more detail into these than like it first appears. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if anyone would be able to see it on you from a distance, but yeah, it's a really interesting, nice touch. Now, in case you're wondering about the buckles, they are like real metal, they're not plastic or anything. You know, they clink like real metal, so I'm really impressed with the quality. You know, they always use like really awesome stuff for their garments, so yeah. Now, as for the main fabric, as you can see, it's pretty stretchy. It's a sort of thin, smooth fabric. Now, it's not heap soft, but it's also not hard or scratchy. It's sort of like that nice in between. And yeah, I think it'll be pretty comfortable. Now, interestingly, on the back of the straps, like so on the front, it's got this sort of shiny feel, but on the back, it's actually more like the fabric of the rest of the dress, I think. It might be slightly different, it's hard to tell because you can't really stretch it when it's got that on the other side. But yeah, no, I think that's really interesting because I actually don't like the feel of this sort of shiny fabric on my skin. So like with that shoulder strap one, I'm really glad that they've put this extra fabric on the back because I think that'll just make it feel a lot nicer. So really suits my preferences. I'm actually really happy and surprised to find that they made that choice. So yeah, really cool. All right, so I think I'm pretty much ready to go try on this dress. So far, I'm really impressed and I think it's gonna be really cool. The one thing I'm wondering at the moment is whether or not I wear leggings with it, because like it's a long sleeve dress, right? So kind of goes with that autumn winter feel, but it's also a really short skirt. And I'm sort of thinking like, you know, do I wear leggings? I think for the purposes of this video, I won't wear leggings just so that you can have a bit of contrast between like black, like if it's black on black leggings, you won't see like how short it is. So I won't wear leggings today, I think, but maybe when I go out, that might be something fun to do. Yeah, especially because I've now got some really interesting leggings from Punk Rave Australia. If you've seen some of my previous videos, and you could like, because it's a short skirt, you could really show off that detail. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun matching things and like, oh my god, I got to choose shoes as well. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go try it on. Alright, so this is how the dress looks on me from a distance. We're also going to do a closer shot and then we'll have a chat about it. For now though, I'm going to put my measurements in this corner and the dress's measurements in that corner, and we'll do a 12. And a close-up view. Alright, so now that I've tried it on, let's have a talk about this dress. We'll start with the size and the fit of it. So the size I got is extra small to small size, and I think it fits me really well. I will say though, this is like the most body conforming dress I have ever worn. So it was a little bit surprising for me, but I think it fits really nicely. It actually does really well conform to my body. I think the stretchy fabric helps with that. One thing I didn't realize until after I had put it on is these straps are actually adjustable. So when I was trying to put them on, I had a little moment of like, oh my god, what if it's too small? But it's actually because I hadn't loosened these. And so you can loosen them just by sliding them along and, you know, pulling it through that bit there. And so I've actually tightened them all up since I put them on. And yeah, they don't have like those little, you know, hole things that you would do with a normal sort of belt buckle, for example, but I think they're tight enough that once you've adjusted them, they more or less stay in place. Like I've sort of been moving around and yeah, they're staying exactly where I put them. But yeah, so basically, if you only just fit into a size for this dress, I think it'll still fit you because you can adjust these quite a bit. There's plenty of space. So the one thing I will say is when you're putting it on, just remember to loosen it because I think that'll be heaps easier. The rest of the dress is really stretchy, so that's fine. But yeah, just remember, loosen those when you're putting it on. Hey guys, future me butting in just for a moment here. When you're taking off the dress, also you want to loosen the straps and like loosen them all the way because it makes it so much easier to get off. Like it really does hug your body, and you know, I actually felt like I was trying to escape a straitjacket when I didn't loosen it enough. So just keep that in mind and you'll have a great time with it. Now as for the sleeves, I think they fit me pretty well. They are slightly long, I think, so if you're tall or you've got longer arms, I think you've just got a little bit of extra room, so that'll sit nicely on you. I also like they're quite tight-fitting sort of sleeves. They're not like flaring or anything. So if you are looking for a dress to wear in autumn and winter under a jacket, this one will work really well because I can just see it's going to go into the jacket really smoothly, and you're not going to have like any weird bunching or anything, so that's really cool. I think it'll also be really easy to put accessories on them as well. Now as for the skirt, this is sort of going to go a bit into the fabric, not just the size. With the skirt sort of section, I've actually never had one that hugs my bum quite this much, so that's a bit different for me. But they haven't done it in a way that makes me feel awkward or self-conscious or constricted. One of the things I really like about the fabric is the amount of stretch it has, so I do have a decent range of movement in there, even though it, sort of comes in quite a lot, and that's because of the stretch. So I do feel like I could actually move around, including on stage, so I'm really happy with that. And then with the rest of the fabric, it's really like, as usual with Punk Rave Australia items, I'm not feeling like any bad transitions between different fabrics. I'm not feeling any of the seams, like they're done really well so that you just don't notice. Like with the sections that have the mesh, I can't feel any difference there. Like they've really chosen the fabrics well and really sewn it together well so that it just feels essentially like a one piece. The only thing that tips you off that there's any extra bits is when you tighten these up, you do feel a bit of like the weight of them. But yeah, and then as I mentioned, with the fabric on the back side of these being really nice, I'm not noticing anything annoying. That's really cool. I'm really happy with that as well. And yeah, overall, it's just really cool to actually feel something like the body conforming thing. Not something I usually do, but it is really kind of fun to actually see some of my shape. I have a bit of a tendency to wear baggier clothes and so on, so I think this is going to be a really good addition to my wardrobe, just to branch out a little bit. And then also, I think for me it'd be a really good replacement for this. So this is a waist cincher I got a long time ago, but I since actually finally put on a bit of weight, and it only ever had like a zipper, so it was not adjustable, and yeah, I was really sad that I can't wear this anymore. I would have to get it modified. But yeah, I really loved the strappy sort of bits of it. It's a bit more spiky, this kind of one, but yeah, when not being able to wear this, I was really sad. But now I have like a sort of alternative with that kind of strappy look. It's a little bit higher on me, it's not really the waist, it's more like the whole front. But yeah, really nice to have an alternative to this because I miss wearing the kind of straps idea. So yeah, I'm really excited, really happy. Oh yeah, and one last thing before I forget. So I don't usually show this much of my chest, and one of the things I worry about, I mean, because I have quite small sort of boobs, a lot of the time when you've got like low cut dresses, when I lean forward, there's nothing to fill the dress, and so or the shirt or whatever it is. And so when I lean forward, because there's all that fabric, I'm always really self-conscious that like you can just see my boobs falling around everywhere. What I really like about this dress is that because it is so body conforming, like when I lean forward, you don't see anything. It's just like it is absolutely stuck to my chest. And so I think in terms of wearing something that has this much of my chest showing, I don't feel self-conscious about it because I don't have to worry about that issue. I can be like, hey, and you're not gonna see anything. So for me, that's a major plus. I don't like showing, I don't really have cleavage, but I don't like showing any of that kind of area with like baggy shirts popping down. That's why most of the time, most of my shirts sort of just end around here. So it's really exciting, really different for me, to wear this style of dress and not feel self-conscious. I'm really impressed, I'm really happy, so yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I guess in summary, I'm really loving this dress. It feels really nice. I think it looks really good. I think also like, because it's doing so many different things, it really fills a gap in my wardrobe, replaces my old cincher that I don't fit into anymore. It's not gonna have that problem of not fitting me either because, it has a little bit of extra stretch and these are adjustable. So yeah, amazing. I think I'm gonna get some great use out of it. And yeah, I just really wanna thank Punk Rave Australia for sending this to me. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's so cool. It really suits my style. I love the sort of crazy psycho story that I can get out of it. Because like with that whole straight jacket kind of idea, like if you tighten this up a little bit, you do get that kind of hug, and yeah, my imagination just goes wild, I gotta say. So to wrap up, I do just want to remind you that if you guys want to buy this as well, make sure you use the discount code WQ425 when you go to the checkout in the shop, and that'll that'll give you 15% off and free shipping, which is really good. Once again, the link and the details will be in the description below. And as usual, if you like these reviews and you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, like all the things that YouTube tells you to do. You can subscribe to the Punk Rave Australia channel or my channel, DestroyerMariko. Punk Rave Australia is full of reviews, not just from me, but from some of their other customers. And then my channel is just chaos, but if you want to come and explore more of what I do, that's there. You can also check out my Instagram if you want to see some more fashion pictures. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time.